What's up YouTube? I'm your host Joss and welcome back to Top 10 Beyond the Screen. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and make sure you stick around until the end of the video where I will respond to some comments. Today we're talking about an interesting topic. Acting. The characters actors play can go through some pretty intense stuff at the movies, but as real as it can seem on screen, we know it's all pretend. And we can probably assume that none of those stunts have actually damaged the actors' bodies in any way after the cameras stop rolling. They don't call it movie magic for nothing, right? What we might not realize is the extent an actor might go to for a movie role. While there are Oscars and Golden Globe awards for outstanding acting work, there aren't any awards we can give out for the most pain an actor has faced during a performance. But if there was, the 10 actors on today's list would for sure be nominated. Today I'm talking about the top 10 actors who permanently damage their bodies for movie roles. Let's get started. Starting off our list in the number 10 spot is Jared Leto. He has lost significant weight for roles in some of his movies before, such as Dallas Buyers Club, but it was gaining weight for his role in Chapter 27 that really did a number on the actor. The movie came out in 2007 where Leto took on the role of Mark Chapman, the man who shot and killed John Lennon. Leto admitted in interviews that he gained so much weight so quickly that he suffered from gout. Gout is a form of arthritis caused by excess uric acid in the bloodstream. The more fat, the more uric acid. Leto told LA Times, and I quote, "Towards the end of the shoot, one of the glaring issues was the pain I had in my feet. I had a wheelchair because it was so painful. My body was in shock from the amount of weight I gained. It took about a year to get back to a place where I felt semi-normal. I don't know if I'll ever be back to the place I was physically." That is some serious dedication to a role, which he's proven to do in the past. But we probably don't realize the amount of damage he's really doing to his body in the process. We just enjoy seeing him doing his thing on the big screen. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, he's out there putting serious strain on his body. I feel kind of guilty. In the number 9 spot we have Linda Hamilton. In the 1999 movie Terminator 2, Linda took on the role of a badass woman, Sarah Connor. She took the role very seriously, training her butt off to play the hardcore mother of the leader of the future world. With any action movie comes gunshots, which are extremely loud. We would never realize just how loud they are by watching it through a screen, but to put it into some perspective for you, a clap of thunder is about 120 decibels of volume, but a gunshot can be anywhere from 140 to 190 decibels. In one of the scenes in Terminator 2, the characters are escaping a mental hospital inside an elevator. While shooting a take, Hamilton forgot to put her earplugs back in, so when a round of gunshots was set off in the elevator, it caused permanent hearing loss for the actress. Those suckers must have been really loud. Sliding into the number 8 spot is Daniel Craig. His time playing James Bond left him with his fair share of injuries. In Casino Royale, 2 of his teeth were knocked out, and in Quantum of Solace, there was a blow to his face that required plastic surgery. He was also rushed to the hospital after slicing off the top of his finger. Gross. But it was actually his time on Spectra in 2015 that left him with a permanent injury. While filming a fight scene with villain Mr. Hanks, he hurt his knee. It required surgery and threatened to halt filming for 6 months. But Craig didn't want to be out that long, so he pushed through the pain. In the end, production was only stopped for a few weeks. He had a quick operation to get his knee back in working order. But Craig still faces the permanent damage to his knee and has had several operations since to try and fix the damage. In at number 7 we have MILA Kunis. We've seen the trend many times where actors are required to lose significant weight for the role in a movie. Well, it was Mila's role in Black Swan that required her to completely transform her body. Kunis told ET, and I quote, "I had to look skinny in order to look like a ballerina. I used to be a smoker, so I smoked a lot of cigarettes and I ate a limited amount of calories, 1,200 calories a day. I don't advocate this at all, it was awful." Her co-star Natalie Portman also put herself through a strict diet to lose 20 pounds for her ballerina role Nina. She faced tons of attention for her method approach acting and left MILA completely in the dark, receiving no credit for what she put put her body through. You can only imagine the permanent damage that smoking does to your body, especially when used for weight loss. After the movie, KUNIS told Harper's Bazaar that her body has never been the same. She dropped her weight down to 95 pounds for the film, which is a very dangerous weight for a lot of people to be at, and one that's hard to recover from. At number 6, we have Sylvester Stallone. Being a Hollywood action hero can be difficult and dangerous work. Just ask this legendary actor whose action thriller films have put him in danger on more than one occasion. He has a list of injuries from his films that include flesh wounds, broken ribs, dislocated shoulders, and broken neck bones. However, one injury has left him with permanent damage. While filming The Expendables 3, during one of the stunt scenes, he fell flat on his back and suffered from terrible back injury. He was hospitalized immediately and had to have major surgery to fix it. He now has a metal plate that has been fitted to his spine, which apparently squeaks sometimes when he walks. It will be in his back permanently, along with the horrifying memory of the tragic fall. Halfway through in the number 5 spot is Uma Thurman. Her injury in the movie Kill Bill caused a lot of controversy in the movie world. Thurman agreed to do her own stunts for the movie, and one of them was an action-packed driving scene. During one take, she lost control of the car, which caused her to veer off the road and crash into a tree. The crash was so bad she said she was in so much pain she thought she'd never walk again. Luckily, she was able to, but it did leave her with permanently damaged neck and screwed up knees. The footage of the crash was later released and is actually very unsettling to watch. The thing that caused so much controversy though was that Thurman didn't want to film the scene and she was forced to. In an interview with the New York Times, Uma revealed that she had been harassed by the producer who forced her to perform the dangerous driving scene under bad conditions. She admitted she was scared. She went on to claim that the car seat wasn't screwed down properly and the straight road was actually a very twisty sand road. She sticks to her claims that the car was nothing but a death box that left her with permanent damages. Taking over the number 4 spot is Jim Caviezel, who took on the role of Jesus in the movie The Passion of the Christ. The story of Jesus shows that he suffered for the sins of mankind, but Jim Caviezel also went through some suffering to bring his story to life. You may have heard about the crazy story that he was struck by lightning during one of the cross scenes. They filmed the movie in Rome and the cross scene was filmed on a mountaintop. That day of filming, there happened to be dark clouds in the sky and it was really windy, and out of nowhere he was struck by lightning. They noticed smoke coming out of his ears, as well as his hair looked like the typical just got struck by lightning hairdo. He was okay, but we can imagine being struck by lightning does some damage to the human body. He also faced another injury while filming the prolonged torture scene. One of the actors missed with the whip and tore a 14-inch gash into Caviezel's back. He still carries the scar and also the memory, but defends the violence portrayed in the film as necessary to telling Christ's story. He's definitely going to heaven. At number 3, we have Jackie Chan, another actor who refuses to use a stunt double. He's famously known for his martial arts skills and wild stunts, but one of them left him with a serious injury. His career has been filled with stunts, which also means that his career has been filled with injuries. The most serious one was when he was filming Armor of God. One of the stunts required him to jump and grab a tree branch 25 feet above the ground. Well, the tree branch snapped and he fell the 25 feet, crashing into rocks down below. His skull was fractured and apparently a piece of rock had entered his brain. He had to have immediate brain surgery, where they ended up putting a plastic plug inside the hole that the rock had created. He's left with permanent brain damage and also has some hearing loss on one side of his head thanks to the injury. Alright guys, at number 2 we have Dylan O'Brien. We have another serious brain injury on the list. Production on the final chapter in The Maze Runner was suspended indefinitely due to a horrific on-set accident involving the actor. The young star suffered from severe brain trauma when a stunt went wrong. During one of the stunts that involved a motorcycle, it quickly went wrong and he broke the majority right side of his face. He had to undergo reconstructive surgery that left him with permanent damage and 4 metal plates in his head. He says he feels extremely lucky to come out alive after the accident, and he said he had a brilliant doctor to help salvage his face and what he used to look like. The film's overall production had a massive delay after the failed driving stunt. Production of the film didn't resume until almost a year later, pushing the film's release date into 2018. The good news is that O'Brien was able to finish the movie and he still insisted that the stunt be in the film. Talk about dedication and insanity. Taking our number 1 spot is David Holmes, a stunt actor who was most famous for being Daniel Radcliffe's double in the Harry Potter movies. He was Daniel's stunt double for the whole Harry Potter franchise and has a huge resume of stunts before that, including underwater and flying stunts, which are considered to be the most dangerous. It was during the practice of one of the flying stunt scenes in Deathly Hallows that something went terribly wrong. The stunt required David to be jerked backwards with a wire that was attached to his back, which would then land him on a crash mat underneath. Instead, he flung into a wall, and when he landed on the crash mat, he immediately knew something was wrong because he couldn't move his fingers. Turns out he had broken his neck and is now paralyzed from the neck down. Daniel Radcliffe remains close friends to Holmes and says he also felt a sense of tragedy when it happened. The two still continue to spend time together and try to move forward in the best way that they can. Alright guys, that is it for our list today. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this list and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. How about we check out some comments from some of my other videos. Truthseeker22 says, Jocelyn, Queen of Pickles, welcome to top 10. Yes, so does this mean that's my official queen name? Queen of Pickles? Let me know. Hannah Lee Williams says, loving the jacket, you've got gorgeous hair, it's super glossy. Thank you, although it's probably just greasy. JP says, Joss looks pretty in that red blazer. Wow, you guys really liked that blazer. I should probably wear it more often. I love the opening clip of you guys. Hi from Canada. If you could live on any planet, which one? Hi from Canada also. I would probably stick to planet Earth. I don't know what I'd find on other planets and that kind of scares me. That's it for today guys. Don't forget to subscribe before you go. I'm your host Joss and I'll see you next time.